Hey guys, this is Tion, and today I'm gonna do something dumb. Today I'm beating Pokemon Platinum with only shiny Pokemon. In my last video, I beat Pokemon Emerald with only shiny Pokemon, and you guys seem to really enjoy it. I guess you guys have a thing for shiny Pokemon, and I don't blame you at all. Full odds for shiny and normal Platinum are 1 in 8,192, making them extremely rare to encounter. I played through Platinum tons of times for challenges and have encountered a total of... 0. I haven't found any. But today, once again, I'm going to be suffering for your guys' entertainment. Luckily for me, I'm not playing a normal copy of Pokemon Platinum today. I'm playing a ROM hack called Pokemon Renegade Platinum, meaning this game isn't for your average 10-year-old Pokemon champion. This game is definitely more difficult, but it has a plus side, meaning this video could actually come out this year. On top of the increased difficulty in this game, it also has increased shiny odds. They're definitely not as rare, but the reactions when I get these Pokemon are still pretty wild. The rules for this run are pretty basic. I can only use shiny Pokemon, no using items in battle, and we must be on set mode. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe because I'm giving away one half-eaten chocolate chip cookie to one lucky subscriber. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. So first things first, we obviously had to choose our starter, and it's obviously between Turtwig, Piplup, or Chimchar. There we go. Jeez, I have no idea what's wrong with me. There's also just an Eevee laying in a Pokeball here that we could definitely shiny hunt for later. But now it's time to hunt for our starter, and all we could do is hope. You know, I don't know who to choose. Piplup is the worst. Yeah, I'm really thinking Chimchar just because he's really good. He's fast, fighting, fire. Eventually turns to Infernape. So I'm thinking Mr. Chimchar here. What do you guys think? Well, anyway, let's just start. We're gonna go for the Chimchar, and we are going to be resetting. Oh no. Wait a second. Do I have to do this every time to see if it's a shiny? So on top of shiny hunting already being super tedious, in order to check if I actually got a shiny Chimchar, I have to watch this stupid cutscene over and over again, which takes a lot of time. Shiny hunting by itself already makes me go insane, but having to watch a 10 to 15 second cutscene every single time definitely does not help anything.
6.5 hours later.
Let's start spamming B for the shiny luck, boys, and we'll see what happens, okay? B, let's go, boys! The bee spam, let's go! With the power of the bees in chat, we will be able to summon the ultra super legendary pink Chimchar. This is so bad luck, I know, dude. Oh! Woo! Oh my gosh, man! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Finally! Oh my gosh! Watch me lose this battle. I don't care. I don't care. It took a while, but I am speeding up this game, so it really wasn't too bad. Now we have our first team member, but in this ROM hack, there's no way we're going to be able to get far with just one Pokemon. Remember, this is not just base Platinum. Renegade Platinum is basically normal Platinum, but on steroids. There's not much differences here besides some gym orders, but besides that, everything is the same besides, you know, the difficulty. But do you know what isn't difficult? Getting AtlasVPN. Didn't see that one coming, did you? If you don't know what a VPN is yet, you're definitely missing out. VPN stops the government from knowing what weird stuff you look up online, and it stops your internet service provider from selling your data to advertisers. Listen, I get it. You don't want to pay an outrageous amount of money every single month for a VPN that you'll only use maybe a couple times a week, but this is $1.39 a month, which is just crazy. And actually, using AtlasVPN cannot be any easier. Here I am on my computer, and I just click connect, and I'm connected. Literally one button. Right now, AtlasVPN is just running a huge discount. It means you can get a 3-year subscription for just $139 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee, which is just crazy. Time is running out on this deal, though, so if you want to go check it out for yourself, go click the link in the description below. A lot of shows are also region-locked on Netflix, so if I wanted to watch a show that may not be in the US version of Netflix, all I have to do is go over to AtlasVPN and change my location to Canada, where there are certain shows there that just isn't available in the US version. Remember guys, if you do want a 3-year subscription to AtlasVPN for just $139 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee, make sure to go click the link in the description, and let's get back into the video. I then make my way to Professor Rowan's lab where we get to name our starter. I end up naming him Monkey because he is in fact a monkey. In this ROM hack, instead of Dawn teaching us how to catch a Pokemon, she actually ends up battling us boss, and she has a Turtwig at level 9, but I have Ember at this point, so 2 is enough to take it out. She then glitches out and turns into a white square, but luckily the game doesn't crash, so I really can't complain too much. I've never played through this ROM hack before, and I've never watched a video of anyone actually completing it, so I'm not sure how difficult it actually is. I know I probably can't get too far with just my starter, so I go ahead and shiny hunt the Eevee that I mentioned previously. As I said just a little bit ago, I am speeding up the game, so it definitely makes this process a lot easier, but if it takes another 500, 600 resets, it's going to be a long time before we're able to progress at all. But hey, sometimes you just get lucky. Is Eevee Renegade? Oh, yes, it is. 64? Oh, dude, already? Are you serious? What? Yo, dude. Wow, that took literally like 20 minutes. Are you kidding me? It took me an... Oh my gosh, boys. Really? I mean, listen, I'm not complaining, bro. And not even 30 minutes later, we end up getting our second team member, Eevee, which is absolutely awesome. With Eevee, there are a lot of options to evolve him into, and at this point, I really have no idea who I'm going to evolve him into. I would maybe like a bulky Vaporeon, but I don't know exactly where to get Water Stones or anything in this game, basically, so we're just going to be stuck with Eevee here for a while. On my way to the first gym, Monkey gets to level 14 where it wants to evolve into Monferno, which is absolutely fantastic for the first gym. Now that we have Monferno, it instantly wants to learn Mach Punch, which is going to be great for the rock type gym coming up. I finally end up challenging Rourke at level 21 with my Monferno, as he does have 6 Pokemon, so I know this one definitely isn't going to be easy. Rourke leads off with a Nose Pass at level 15, so I go ahead and go for Low Kick, and it actually is a one-hit KO since it was a critical hit. Next up is Judo at level 15, and he takes a lot of damage from a Mach Punch and goes down with only one more. I ended up getting hit with a Rock Tomb there, lowering my speed, so that means his Onix that comes out next actually is able to outspeed and hit me with a Sandstorm, but I am able to take it down with only one Low Kick. Next out is Larvitar, and I do have a speed drop on me, so I go ahead and switch out into Eevee as I get hit with a Bulldoze, actually almost taking Eevee out. This thing also turns out to have a Flame Orb, and I'm assuming it has Guts. It would be really dumb to have a Flame Orb otherwise, and ends up taking down Eevee with another Bulldoze. My last team member is Monkey, so I go ahead and switch him out, and I go ahead and go for a Low Kick for an easy one-hit KO, as next up is Kranidos at level 16. I go ahead and hit this thing with a Low Kick for a nice one-hit KO, and last up is Bonsly. Low Kick does just over half, as it goes for a defense scroll here, raising its defense, so I go for another Low Kick here, but Rourke is deciding to use potions, and even a super potion this turn, which is actually kind of concerning. I thought that Bonsly was going to keep getting healed up and then max out its defense and it would be an issue, but luckily Rourke actually did end up running out of potions, so we are eventually able to win and get the first gym badge. Just like I thought, Monferno did make this battle extremely easy, but I know that all gym leaders actually have 6 Pokemon, so this definitely isn't going to be easy all the way through. Next up is the double team Galactic battle in Jubilife City, where we have the battle with Dawn. Now unfortunately Dawn's Pokemon isn't shiny, so that means this run is over. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. All jokes aside, this battle was a complete pushover. Next up is Valley Windworks, and I try to get in by beating this guy, but he just ends up running inside and locking the door, which means I have to go find the key. I end up tracking down 2 Team Galactic Grunts, where I end up beating them in a double battle where they drop a Works key. How convenient. Now that I'm inside Valley Windworks, I have to take on Commander Mars, where her team is actually pretty good. Commander Mars leads off with a Zubat at level 18, and I lead off with my Monkey at level 26, and I end up going for a Flame Wheel here for a nice one-hit KO. Surprisingly enough, this battle did take a few attempts. At level 26, it seems to be going a lot better. Next out is Bronzor at level 18, and I end up going for a Flame Wheel here for a nice one-hit KO as well. Next out is Yama at level 18, and this thing can be scary because it has Air Cutter. I'm supposed to be faster than this thing, but it does end up going for a Detect, getting a speed boost off, so now it actually ends up outspeeding me and hits me with an Air Cutter the next turn. Luckily, I don't get flinched here, and one Flame Wheel is enough to take it out. Last out is Ugly at level 19, and this thing is pretty scary. It's fast, it's strong, and it ends up going for Fake Out, doing a lot of damage, and then it hits me with a Facade the next turn, almost taking me out, as I hit it with a Low Kick, almost taking it out as well. Ugly does outspeed me and eats a berry here, getting some HP back, but luckily we don't have to use Low Kick here, as I end up going for a Mach Punch to take it out. That was a pretty close battle, and I still absolutely hate Ugly, and the fact that it almost took down my Monkey also makes me extremely angry, because this battle did take a few attempts, like I said earlier. Unfortunately, if Monferno went down, Eevee really couldn't do too much, because Eevee at this point is basically useless until it evolves and learns some pretty decent moves. Next up is Eterna Forest, and I have to help Cheryl through here because she can't do it by herself, even though she has a pretty decent team. What happens next is pretty eventful, and I think you guys will agree. What shiny do you guess you'll find? Oh my gosh, dude! Already? No way!
You're streaming the one day where I gotta get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow, sad.
Yo!
Good luck with everything. Here's
Peter,
some
thanks,
for you.
bro, for the 420. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Okay, so now this is where we kill our own. This is where we kill Chansey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chansey. Goodbye. Sorry. I can't let this happen. I can't let this happen. I don't like this. I should have kept Muckroot alive because Drifloon has something super effective against. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Drifloon, please don't do this. Drifloon, please don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't do this, Drifloon. Oh no. No, 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 no. No! 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 Drifloon! Alright guys, so thanks for watching this stream. Well, if things went my way, I could have caught a shiny Shroomish, which eventually would evolve into a shiny Breloom, which definitely would have been helpful throughout this playthrough, but I guess Cheryl had other ideas. Alright, where's the shinies, bro? Guys, guess how many in the chat, how many times? Oh, no way, dude. No way. Oh my gosh, dude. Yo, that's so good. That is so good. That is so good. It's ridiculous how good that is. Don't do this to me, bro. Don't do this to me, bro. Don't do this to me, bro. I tried my hardest to get another team member here, but I guess Arceus will not allow it. I don't know what I've done to you, Arceus. I am so sorry. Our chances of encountering a shiny is obviously double since we are doing double battles right now, but our chances of actually catching one obviously is super low because Cheryl just does. Screw you, Cheryl. And as it turns out, Gardenia actually isn't the second gym leader here because I went where I'm supposed to go and she just wasn't there. So I'm assuming we have to fight somebody else first. But before that, I really need to get another team member. In the old chateau, there is a static encounter. And as you guys would have guessed, it is Rotom. Now, Rotom is a static encounter like I said previously. So we are able to sit here and reset like we did with Eevee and our starter. Cheryl luckily isn't around to actually kill it this time. So I think we should be good if we put enough time into it. If Cheryl comes out of the ethos just to kill this Rotom, I'm gonna give up on this run. I hope you guys understand. Yes, dude. Yes. That took forever. Oh my gosh. Yo, dude, maybe the netball will be clutch. No? Okay. Well, you know, I didn't think so. Oh, yes. Okay. Dude. He almost killed my team. It took me literal days to catch this Rotom. It was a absolute pain to encounter just sitting there resetting over and over, but eventually at 3 a.m. I finally got it. Since it was so late when I actually caught this, I didn't scream like a chimpanzee, so I guess that's a plus for headphone users out there. And I ended up naming my Rotom Gabagoo, not Gabagool, because Rotom takes no L's. Since this isn't base platinum, I wasn't really sure where to go until I looked it up online. As it turns out, she's on Route 216 in this house, and all I have to do is talk to her. That way we're able to challenge her for the second gym badge. And as per usual in this ROM, Gardenia does have 6 Pokemon as well, making this a pretty intense battle. She leads off with Blossom at level 25, and I lead off with my Monkey at level 34. I know I'm a little bit over leveled, but trust me, this still was not easy whatsoever. Turn 1, I end up going for Taunt. That way Blossom can't use Stun Spore to paralyze me, and then I follow up with a Flame Wheel doing a ton of damage as I get hit with a Dazzling Gleam next turn, doing not too much damage at all. Gardenia ends up healing up Blossom, but one more Flame Wheel is enough to take it out. And at level 35, I end up learning Close Combat, which is an extremely good move, just not for this gym. Next up is Roserade at level 26, and I end up going for a Flame Wheel for a nice one-hit KO. That was easier than expected, and next out was a Grotle at level 25, and I decided to go for a Flame Wheel again for another nice one-hit KO. Next out is Tangela at level 25, and I end up going for a Flame Wheel once again, but this thing actually manages to hang on with just a sliver of HP as it paralyzes me with Stun Spore, which is super inconvenient. Since Tangela is already pretty low on HP, I decided to switch out into Eevee since it is level 32, and this thing hits me with an Ancient Power, and of course, because my luck is awful, Tangela gets the Omni Boost, raising all of its stats by 1. Luckily for me, Eevee does have Quick Attack, and I'm able to use that the very next turn to take it out. Next out is Breloom at level 25, and I know this thing probably has Mach Punch, but I don't think it's enough to take me out, so I go for Charm, and I was completely wrong because Mach Punch absolutely destroyed Eevee. I decided to switch out into Rotom next, and it is extremely underleveled at this point. Breloom has the 3 level advantage, so I decided I'll get a little bit of chip damage off with Ominous Wind here, and it actually does a pretty good amount. Unfortunately, Breloom does have Spore, which connects and instantly puts me to sleep, and it takes me out the next turn with Bullet Seed, which is pretty unfortunate, but we still have Monkey in back, and I'm sure we could do this still maybe. He's paralyzed, so I don't really know. Because I am paralyzed, I actually don't outspeed this thing. I don't think. It went for Mach Punch, so we'll never really know. It does do a decent amount of damage, but once Flame Wheel connects, it does go down. Next out is Cherrim at level 25, and Gardenia does something pretty stupid here. Cherrim ends up going for a Sunny Day here, which does make it transform, but that also gives me a boost to my fire type attacks, and Flame Wheel is almost enough to one-hit KO, but unfortunately, it does have a Focus Sash. And as it turns out, we also get the burn, so the Focus Sash absolutely does not matter as it dies to burn damage the next turn, and just like that, we end up getting the second gym badge from Gardenia after a really intense battle. As you guys can tell, this game is absolutely no joke. We were super close to even losing that attempt, and that wasn't even my first one. And hey, we're 15 minutes into the video, and if you're listening to this, I'm assuming you're still here and you enjoy, so if you do enjoy, make sure to please subscribe and press that like button. I know it gets super annoying everybody asking you to do that, but they're not joking when it says it really helps out. I would really appreciate it. Next, we have to deal with Team Galactic, and we easily use Flame Wheel to take out a few of these bugs, and we get to level 36, which, as you guys should know, level 36 is the level Monferno evolves into Infernape, so this is going to be extremely helpful. Next up is Commander Juniper, and she leads off with a Golbat at level 26, and this is a pretty bad matchup for Monkey here, but I end up staying in and going for a Flame Wheel anyway because I thought it would be enough for one hit KO, but it ends up surviving and hits me with a Confuser. Being confused here is obviously super inconvenient, so I need to switch out here into Gahabagoo. That way I'm able to take any flying type attack that it uses, which in this case is Wing Attack, and I'm able to counter with an electric type attack to take it out next turn. Rotom gets hit with a Wing Attack and Giga Drain, but neither of those attacks do too much damage as I connect with Shockwave, which isn't surprising considering it can't miss and Golbat goes down. Next out is Sableye, and absolutely demolishes my Rotom, so I switch out into Infernape to hit it with a Flame Wheel, which is easily enough to take it out. Next out is the dreaded Skunk Tank, and I absolutely hate this thing, but I have close combat now, and actually ends up almost taking this thing out in one hit. Skunk Tank does have a Citrus Berry restoring some HP, and then it hits me with a pretty strong Poison Jab, and then I decide to go for a close combat once again to take it out, and I'm finally glad to see that thing go down so easily. If Infernape got poisoned there, this would be a different story, since we do only have 12 HP because of Aftermath, but last up is Tangela at level 26, and I just have one more Flame Wheel PP, which is pretty convenient because it is enough for one hit KO. After demolishing Jupiter with my blinged out team, she throws a fit and then leaves. As I return this guy's Pokemon to him, I also find the secret key, which is actually relevant, and on top of that, we also find a Porygon, which I'm definitely going to come shiny hunt for later. I felt really bad because after I said no, it said the Porygon looks sad, but trust me, I'll come back for you, buddy. But the secret key is actually important, and let me show you why right now. If you go down to the ground floor and go all the way to the left wall and use the secret key right here, you actually unlock a hidden room. Inside of this hidden room, there are a whole bunch of appliances, which is going to allow you to change the form of Rotom to whatever you want, and of course, I end up going for Rotom Wash, considering I think he's the best. Rotom instantly wants to learn Hydro Pump, which is an extremely good water move, you know, considering it actually hits, but since this isn't competitive and you could always reset until you get the results you want, this is a great move to have. We only have 3 Pokemon, but they're actually all really good, and I know once we get a full team, it's going to be an unstoppable full— oh, what the heck is Roan doing here? Next, I have to help this girl named Demira find a ribbon or something that she left in this cave, and this cave was an absolute pain to go through, also considering I had to do it twice because I forgot to save, so that that was fun. On my way to the next town, I actually get intercepted by May, and she wants to battle, and I honestly don't mind whatsoever. Infernape pretty much counters everything on her team except the Clefable because there is Fairy type in this game. I end up switching to Gabagoo here on the Clefable, and I end up going for a Shockwave, not doing too much damage at all, and I know that this thing is going to take me down, so I go ahead and hit it with a Will-O-Wisp just to get some residual damage off every turn. Also on the way here, I forgot to mention, I actually ended up picking up a Thunderstone, which I used to evolve my Eevee into a green Jolteon, and it doesn't do much this battle besides die, but hey, we know it's still there. I'm able to switch into Monkey finally and hit this thing with a Flame Wheel to take it out, and as a reward, Dawn gives us $0. Thanks, Dawn, I appreciate it. I also end up picking up the TM for Shockwave, teaching it to Jolteon, considering that Jolteon didn't actually have any electric type attacks up until this point. I fight my way through a few more trainers, and finally I am almost at the next town, but I get intercepted by Aaron, the Elite Four member, and he challenges me to a battle, and I say yes, because I'm dumb, and this is how it went. Aaron leads off with a Dustox at level 31, and Infernape still has a slight level advantage, so we're able to go ahead and go for a Flame Wheel here for a nice one-hit KO. If I didn't choose Infernape as my starter, I have no idea how this battle would go because I honestly can't imagine beating him without Infernape. Next out is Beautifly, and I end up going for a Flame Wheel here, but this thing actually has a Focus Sash, and then it hits me with a really strong Air Slash, almost taking me out. Aaron then heals up Beautifly as I go for a Mach Punch, but I do outspeed this thing, so I'm able to go for a Flame Wheel the next turn to take it out. Next out is Venomoth at level 31, and I'm not confident that Flame Wheel is enough for a one-hit KO, so I end up switching out into Jolteon. Unfortunately, Jolteon does switch into a pretty strong Sludge Bomb, doing a lot of damage, so I just end up going for Wish, anticipating me going down next turn. That way I'm actually able to heal up Infernape, but I end up living on 4 HP, of course. That put me in a pretty awkward situation, so I just end up going for damage here using Shockwave, and since it did do a pretty good amount, I know that Flame Wheel is going to be enough to take it out next time I use it. I'm 99% sure I do outspeed this thing, so I end up switching back out into Monkey and go for a Flame Wheel here to finally take this thing out. I'm not sure why something like Venomoth scared me that much, but I think that may be the worst of our worries. Oh my god, is that a Drapion? So I know Flame Wheel cannot KO Drapion. I know Close Combat cannot one-hit KO Drapion, so I just end up switching out into Gabagoo here because I'm gonna try to hit this thing with, oh my gosh, Sword Stance. Yo, chill, dude. Drapion is super buff now, and he hits me with a Cross Poison. I live on 2 HP. I actually end up connecting with a Hydro Pump, and I crit, and that's the end of Drapion. That was anticlimactic, I guess. And last out is Scizor. Now, Scizor is obviously a really good Pokemon, but we do have an Infernape, and this thing is 4 times weak to fire, so as long as it doesn't one-hit KO me with something like Bullet Punch, I know we'll be fine. Fortunately, Scizor didn't even attempt to try to get the crit on Bullet Punch, and I'm able to use Flame Wheel for a nice one-hit KO, defeating Elite Four member Aeron, and I haven't even got the 3rd gym badge yet. I don't know what I'm doing. Speaking of 3rd gym badge, next up is Fantina, the Ghost-type gym leader. Now, like I've mentioned many times before, all gym leaders do have 6 Pokemon, so this one definitely isn't going to be easy, and on top of that, this is my first attempt, and she leads off with a Drifloon at level 32. I'm able to take down Drifloon with only a couple of Shockwaves, but it ends up doing massive damage with Shadow Ball. But at level 31, I actually end up learning Discharge, which is super helpful because it does more damage, and there's a really cool trick I could show you guys later. Next out is Dusclops, and I know this thing's probably the bulkiest thing that she has, so I just end up getting some damage off with Discharge as I go into Jolteon next. My entire strategy to take down Dusclops was just to go into Jolteon and spam Shockwave. That's really all I could do with this thing. It's not doing too much damage, and also Dusclops has Protect and Leftovers just to make it that much more annoying. I do end up getting some pretty good damage off here, but unfortunately Dusclops does end up burning me, and then it goes for a Shadow Punch after I hit it with another Shockwave, and I end up going down to burn damage the next turn. And now that Jolteon's gone, I have to use Monkey, and of course it gets healed up with a Hyper Potion, but Monkey is so strong it's able to take down Dusclops in only 2 hits, which is just insane. Next out is Miss Magius, and I end up going for a Flame Wheel, of course, and it hits me with a pretty weak Dazzling Gleam, and one more Flame Wheel is enough to take it down. And next up is Spiritomb at level 32, who takes just over half from Flame Wheel, so I go for it twice to take that thing down as well. Next out is Gengar, and this was pretty scary because it ended up surviving a Flame Wheel and hit me with a Sludge Bomb, which almost killed me. Then it got healed up, but luckily Flame Wheel was enough to take it down. And last up was Banette, which went down to an easy Flame Wheel. I don't want to say that Infernape carried that battle, but Infernape definitely carried that battle. But guys, this is going to be the end of this video. There is going to be a part 2 of this video coming out relatively soon, so if you want to be notified when that video actually comes out, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification. And in case you guys didn't know, Zwigo actually did upload the entirety of this game using Shinies onlys on his channel a few days ago. He beat me to it. I've been working on this for a while. Super annoying, but he's just a workaholic. It's really hard to outwork Zwigo. So if you do want to end up seeing a part 2, like I said, leave a like on this video. Let me know that you actually do in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video like I said, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Have a nice day.